the Italian Football Podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, just before we finish off with bad...
I love how you don't care when I go on these relegation battles. I can literally just hear you zoning out.
Well, no,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, no, I'm also conscious of the time. We're 1 hour and 15 minutes into the show, and
I just love it. Every time I go on these relegation battle tirades, I can just hear you zoning out.
It's true. I do sometimes. Yeah, I do. I don't zone out on the Italy national team, though. That's for sure.
No.
And they are back this week. The UEFA Nations League is back. Italy play twice. So on Thursday, Italy play against Belgium in Rome at the Stadio Olimpico, hoping to make it 3 wins out of 3 in their group. Remember that the top 2 qualify for the quarterfinals of the Nations League. Italy are top with 6 points currently, followed by France and Belgium, who have 3 points. So a win here will put Italy pretty much on the brink of qualifying, which will be really, really good and impressive. So let's do a little preview of the game against Belgium on Thursday. First of all, Nima, I want us just to discuss Luciano Spalletti's squad selection and what we think of it. So I'll read out the squad. The goalkeepers are Donnarumma, Vicario, and a first call-up for Di Gregorio of Juventus. Defence are Bastoni, Buongiorno, Calafiori, Gabbia, who has got his first call-up for Italy from Milan, Okoli, Cambiasso, Bellanova, Di Marco, Di Lorenzo, and Udogie. Then the midfield is Tonali, Ricci, Fagioli, Fratesi, Pellegrini, and a first call-up, surprisingly, for Pizzilli of Roma. And then the attack is Retegui, Raspadori, Moisakin, and a first call-up for Daniele Maldini, which continues the incredible Maldini dynasty, in which both his father, Paolo Maldini, of course, and his grandfather, Cesare Maldini, both, of course, legends of the game, both played for Italy, and he could become the third in that line, which is unbelievable, really. What a family. So that's the squad. If we look at the first of all, which players, what do you think of the new call-ups, first of all? Do you think... I mean, I think Gabbia is deserved. I'm happy that he's in there.
Gabbia deserves.
Yeah.
I think Gabbia deserves. I think Maldini kind of... I mean, I wouldn't have picked him, but I can't complain too much because I think he's been good for months or two. But, and also, given the situation that we have up front, there's not really that much to... he could have revived the Patrick Cutrone project, but I think he would have been heavily criticized for that.
No. Yeah, I mean, I think with Maldini is partly a sign of just how our lack of options, isn't it?
Yeah,
but it's also, I'd rather, also at the same time, I'd rather him give someone like Maldini a try, see what he's like, rather than going with someone that we know already is not up to it. Do you know what I mean? Someone that we've tried before that we know is not going to be good enough. And I'd probably include Zaccagni. Don't see the point of... Zaccagni's been good this season. I like him, but 29 years old. He'll be 31 by the time of the World Cup. And we know he's not really suited to this system either. So, we might as well try somebody else. If he's not good enough, he's not good enough. Pizzilli is a little bit of a surprising one. I think maybe a bit premature given how little he's played.
I was going to say it's an interesting call up. It's a little bit premature maybe in terms of what he's actually done, but I mean Brescianini's injured. He would have definitely been in here. No, I quite like
Di Gregorio. I think is fully deserved. He's been really, really good this season.
Well, he has to be called. There's no.
What's interesting about Di Gregorio is that obviously he's brilliant with his feet, and in terms of kind of like the build-up play, if Spalletti wants to be more natural, with that, probably more suitable. Having said that, though, Spalletti was stuck with Meret, who can't play with his feet at Napoli, and still did pretty well. And now he's obviously got Donnarumma, who's not very good with his feet, and I just can't see dropping Donnarumma, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic there that they have now got somebody who is fantastic with his one of the best with his feet in the squad. But in terms of the players that are not there, the controversial ones are, well, first of all, those that are injured are Barella and Brescianini. So they're out because of injury, and Chiesa as well, because he's still not fit enough really to be called up. He missed the Champions League game against Bologna through injury, and then that was it really from there. But there's two controversial ones: the two Juventus absentees. Gatti out of the squad, given how brilliant he is. That is a little bit surprising for me. The only explanation I can think is that Spalletti feels that, and I feel this. I feel that
Too many
Gatti.
left-footed players.
Oh right, yeah. Well, I feel that Gatti is better in a four. I think he's more suited in a four. I think that when he plays in a three, he has a bit of the Skriniar symptom of
Mm.
being a little bit not so good defending laterally in space, like moving quickly in space, covering those gaps between the wing backs. Covering those areas where when he's centre back, he can play in a more of a compact defence where he can hold the line. He can make use of his kind of old fashioned defending, which I think he's very, very good at. Whereas when you're in a three, you have to cover more space, and that's my only that can be the only thing I can think of because he deserves to be in the squad otherwise.
Mm. For me, it's more surprising Caleb Okoli. I mean, I like Okoli in the Serie A. I just don't. I don't know
Yeah.
why he keeps insisting with him. Like,
Mm.
what's the thinking there? Would be interesting to
It can
hear him
only be that
talk
he's
about.
thinking long term with him, can't it?
Yeah,
Because
probably.
doesn't deserve it right now, does he?
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And the midfield is Locatelli not being
Locatelli's the
called
other one.
up.
I mean, what do you
I
think
don't
of?
get that.
Do you think it's a Caso now? I mean, what do you think?
Well, it is. Of course, it's a caso. What's happened between them? Like, what is this? It
Is it a
can't just be.
footballing reason?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Is it a footballing reason? Is it more than that? What's the issue?
Yeah. Yeah, I find it strange because he has been really, really good. I mean, he has been rotated at Juventus, but he's been really good this season for Juve. And I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? The only thing I can think
Yeah.
of is he thinks of him as the deep line player, and now he's Richie as and maybe Fagioli are those players he sees as the deep liars. He doesn't think he has a tactical place in the team.
I don't know. I don't understand why Locatelli can't be in this team if you're going to play a 3-5-2. It's a midfield three. What's the problem? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Tonali, Ricci, Fagioli, Fratesi, Pellegrini, fine. But why is, like, instead of Pisili, I think Locatelli should be there. Yes, I do think that. That to me, I don't get.
Yeah, yeah, I don't get it at all. Okay, probable 11. Obviously, we're recording this on Monday, so this could change depending on training and everything. But it's probable he'll stick with the 3-5-2 or the 3-5-1-1, and that's for sure. We're looking at in defence. We're looking at goalkeeper Donnarumma, and then you got Di Lorenzo, Bastoni, and Calafiori. The only doubt really is if Buongiorno plays, he could play potentially in the centre with Bastoni on the left and Calafiori dropping out, or as has been suggested, I've seen that Di Lorenzo could drop out and Calafiori could go right centre back because he's actually been used by Arsenal at right back
Mm.
this season by Arteta. He's so adaptable. Calafiori, he can basically play him in any position. I feel like you could almost play him up front. Like maybe it's the answer to Italy's striker problem. Just play Calafiori in attack. Play him as a forward. I mean, you can play him anywhere. So, I mean, that has been suggested. I don't know whether he will do that. But then the wing backs, I think, probably are nailed in. Cambiasso and Di Marco. I think that's pretty confident that will be the case. And then in midfield, because Barella's out, I think Fratesi and Tonali as the more forward players are probably they should play. Then you're looking at Ricci or Fagioli is probably what we're looking at. We're looking at one of those two as the kind of the deeper line player. I would like to see Ricci. I want to see him stick with Ricci. I want him to get a run of games and real kind of like nail down that position. Certainly for this game. And then in attack, Retegui, I think should start. I mean, the form that he's in, he has to surely. And then it's a bit of a ballottaggio who is going to play as the other. Is it going to be Raspadori, who seems to be the favourite for now, or is it going to be more of a midfielder, so like a Pellegrini, like they did against France, or Is he going to go for two more out and out strikers and put Keane in there? So those are really the question marks for Italy.
Yeah, I think he's going to against Belgium. I think he's going to go with a 3-5-1-1 like against France. Retegui is a sole striker, maybe Pellegrini is the number 10, and then then I think he's going to have Tonali, Ricci, and Fratesi as the mid three behind. And on the wings, I think it's going to be Di Marco and Cambiasso, and I think he's going to start Di Lorenzo, Bastoni, and Calafiori with Donnarumma in goal. I think he's going to go with 3-5-1-1 against Belgium. I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah. As for Belgium, though, I mean, this is a very different Belgian team than from what we've seen really over the last kind of 10 years. The golden generation is gone. I mean, Hazard, Mertens, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, they're all gone. But also, Courtois is retired because he doesn't get on with the coach. De Bruyne and Lukaku are both. De Bruyne is injured. Lukaku, Conte's demanded probably that he rest so he can have 2 weeks. 1 week's not enough to prepare for a game, so he gets 2 weeks to prepare for the Napoli game. So Lukaku's not there. He's not there. So this Belgium team on paper is very, very much weaker. I mean, it still has quality in attack. I mean, there's still, there's Doku, there's Trossard, there's Bakayoko from PSV, Openda, there's De Ketelaere, of course, as well. So there is quality there in attack. But if we're looking at the probable formation, they're playing a 4-2-3-1. We're looking at probably Castells in goal, who I think is in Saudi Arabia now, or in the Middle East. Castagna will definitely be one of the fullback positions. We're probably looking at Fez and Tayati, who used to play for Bologna in Serie A. De Bast or De Koipo. So that's the back as the other fullback. That will be the back four. Then in midfield, it will be two Tielemans as one of the holding midfielders, together with, it would usually be Onana, but he's missed the last game for Villa with an injury. Tedesco said that he will be there though, so we'll see whether he starts. If not, it'll probably be Mangala from Lyon, and then the three attacking midfielders. We're looking at either Luca Bacchio or Bakayoko as the right wing. Doku will probably be on the left wing, and then in the centre, we're probably looking at De Ketelaere, or maybe they can find a way to put get Trossard in there, and then the striker, we're probably looking at Openda from Leipzig. So that's the team. It's not a team that really scares me. It's a team that can be quite dangerous. I think there are some talented players in attack, but it's a team. If I'm given a prediction, Nima, it's a team that I'm expecting Italy to win this game, and I'm going to go 2-goal win for Italy.
I think this is one of those games where I think Italy are happy with a draw. They don't need to win this game. They got 6 points already, and I think from now they're just gonna try to micromanage this. I mean, in all reality, they only need 4 points, if we're honest, to qualify. I don't think they need any more than that to finish in the top two and reach the quarterfinals. Great start. So I don't think Italy are gonna rush this too much. And Belgium, they're in the middle of a change. So, they're on 3 points. They wouldn't mind a point here. Obviously, they prefer to win to go level with Italy on points and go ahead of them in terms of head to head. But I expect Italy to at least draw this. That's where I am.
Yeah, I expect Italy to go for the win and try and go for it. I think Belgium are there for the taking with all their absentees. No Lukaku, no De Bruyne, no Courtois. They're their three big players, and I think they should. I think they should go and try and win this.